Hello everyone, Mr. Gaff here, and today's video will be going over the new Conglomerate Submachine guns. So the SMGs came out in two series. The first NC SMG is the Cyclone, while the second is the Blitz. Both SMGs have automatic and semi-auto firing modes, and cost 700 station cash or 1000 certs to purchase. Let's start off with a stats comparison. The Cyclone starts off at 167 damage at 10 meters or less, and then drops off to 100 damage at 50 meters. The Blitz starts off at 125 damage at 10 meters or less, and drops off to 84 damage at 50 meters. The Cyclone has a short reload of 1.75 seconds, and a long reload of 3.0 seconds. The Blitz has a short reload of 2.5 seconds, and a long reload of 3.5 seconds. Typical of the first tier SMGs, the Cyclone has in turn fewer rounds. Each magazine carries 25 rounds with 125 in reserve. The Blitz, on the other hand, makes up for its longer reload with 50 round magazines and 200 extra shots. The recoil of the NC SMGs is not much higher than the average. The Cyclone has 0.22 degrees recoil per shot, while the Blitz has 0.2. The first shot multiplier of the Cyclone is 2.25 times, whereas the Blitz's is 2 times. The rate of fire of the Cyclone is slow for an SMG at 650 rounds per minute, whereas the Blitz is more typical at 845 rounds per minute. The velocity of the Cyclone is 375 meters per second, while the Blitz's is 360 meters per second. The time to kill for the Cyclone is extremely quick at 0.46 seconds, and the Blitz is 0.497 seconds. In terms of their actual gameplay performance, I'll start off with the general SMG attributes that apply across all factions. When the SMGs first came out, I figured they would be large magazine bullet hoses, but the first set turned out to be close-range automatic scout rifles. Unlike the scout rifles, however, they have better hipfire, greater damage, and a higher rate of fire. But like the rifles, their use is focused on the infiltrator class. The first set of SMGs are the ones better suited for the infiltrator class, for a couple of reasons. When I play infiltrator, I try to stay away from close range encounters since infiltrators don't have the strength to hold up in a firefight, in terms of health and shield. The second set of SMGs are better for light assaults, combat medics, and heavy assaults, who want a greater rate of fire in close quarters. Unlike the infiltrators, these classes will have the capabilities to stay alive long enough to empty their entire magazines and can't cloak every time they need a reload. The infiltrators also don't depend on ammo so much since they always can hack a terminal and resupply, meaning they don't need the extra rounds that the second tier of SMGs provide. The situations in which I found the SMGs most effective over other weapons were when I wanted a high-clip bullet hose as a light assault, or was hacking a turret as an infiltrator. It's really a successful feeling when you can hack a turret, kill the previous operator, and then punish the prowlers as they come back to resupply after their HE shell whoring. What impressed me the most about the SMGs was their precision at range. You can go through half your ammo supply to kill a single person, but these shots will land at range, making the SMGs a more versatile close-range weapon than the shotguns. Now those are the general attributes of the different SMGs, but they don't always apply the same for each faction. The NC SMGs fall in a very average category. In fact, I'll tell you now that I gave them both 5.5s for my rating. The Cyclone is really a smaller and close quarters oriented version of the NS11A. It has a very similar rate of fire, and the high starting damage will give you similar damage output around 30 meters. Its trade-off with the NS11A is that it can perform better at close range and worse at long range. The Blitz in comparison is your typical SMG. It allows you to keep the large magazine and damage of the NC, along with a nice increase in the rate of fire and decrease in recoil. Whether you would use it over the G4F is a tough choice. Both guns are better at range than I had expected, and the default iron sights are also pretty good. As for attachments, soft point ammo and either extended magazines or a laser dot are a must. Soft point ammo will extend the minimum damage to 15 meters, and extended mags will increase the Cyclone's clip size to 35 rounds. Extended magazines is not available on the Blitz, so an advanced laser dot is an obvious choice. You can also choose to equip a silencer and optics. The silencer will cut your maximum damage range by 5 meters, and night vision scope will help you spot enemies at night. As for the rating, I already mentioned that both guns are receiving a 5.5. They're both just above average, and in the right hands can do some amazing work. And that's it for this weapon review. Next will be the bolt-action snipers and the long-range carbines, followed by some NC weaponry since I seem to be disregarding some of their guns. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.